Okay, so I wanted to move ahead with the second external library. But before I talk about, I'd like to tell you that plotting and visualizing data is important. So for example, I'd like to take the same example which we discussed last time, an expenses management, our budget buddy app. So it might be not intuitive to look at all the expenses and see where you are spending most of your expenses, either in the grocery or in the school or in car or whatever. However, if the same data is presented graphically, like in the pie chart, you can easily identify which one is bigger, which one is eating up more expenses. Similarly, program can graphically plot or visualize such data. So this is an example of an ocean temperature. By looking at it, we can see in which particular year the ocean temperatures were higher, above zero, otherwise it was lower than zero. If it would be all numerical values, it would be very hard to determine where the temperature is rising and lower down a certain threshold. Okay, so we have an external library available called MATPLOTLIB. It's a module for plotting in Python. It replicates the plotting capability of MATLAB, which is an engineering-oriented programming language. People call it language, but it is not really a language. It's just like a matrix laboratory. It helps you play around with the numbers easily. So if you are an engineering major, maybe mechanical, electrical, you will find yourself using MATLAB somewhere down the road. So it must be downloaded from this link, or if you have already pip installed on your computer, you can run this command first to update pip package, and then you can run this command to update or download matplotlib. So I'll give a pause for 2 minutes. Please consider running these two commands on terminal or command shell if you're on Windows, and then we'll proceed ahead. And we will actually be plotting the data, sample data today. So if I were to run these two commands here, first of all, the common mistake that you make, you start running the commands within the Python shell. Okay, this is not Python commands, these are the operating systems commands. So first of all, you need to come out of this shell and then run python -m pip install -u and then pip. So this command actually is for updating pip. So I already have updated pip today, so it will give a message that requirement already satisfied. And then I can run the second command, python -m pip install -u matplotlib. And when I hit enter, I also have updated it in the previous two lectures. So that is why it is showing me requirement already satisfied. Because matplotlib contains some sub-libraries like 6, pillow, packaging, numpy, you see? Numpy, it also installed numpy. Okay? And as I mentioned that matplotlib requires numpy module, so it should be installed for matplotlib to correctly work. So there are three important functions out of many important functions. The first thing is plot. It plots the data onto a graph. We can plot different types of graphs, but I will be focusing only on the basic plotting. Then there is another function show, which displays the graph. And then there is third one, save fig. So whatever graph you see, you can save it locally on your computer. So for example, if you are plotting expenses for your budget buddy app, you may consider creating a save button. So when you click on the save button, the screenshot of that image, that graph is taken and stored locally on your computer. Okay? So let me give you a demo. So consider the ocean temperature data as a CSV file, which I have already dropped in the lectures channel today on MS Team. So please consider downloading this file. And now I'd like to move forward explaining that. So ocean temperature file, please download it from Microsoft Team. Once you download it, you need to use it alongside me so that you would be able to run the code and see the graph plotted on your screen. The key is just drag and drop wherever you download that file, maybe in your download folders or wherever, just drag and drop into the same file where you have been maintaining class demo codes. So this is the class demo folder where I just created plot_demo.py. And I have also placed the same file, ocean temperature, in the same directory. Okay? So again, 30 seconds pause before I start developing. Make sure you created a file, plot_demo.py, or however you want to name it. The important thing is this ocean temp CSV file should be in the same directory. If it is not, then you might need to specify a path to access the file. All right, so I'm starting to develop. So assuming that MATPLOTLIB is installed already, import MATPLOTLIB, and to plot the data, I need to access a sub-package in my MATPLOTLIB. So it is pyplot. Okay, matplotlib.pyplot, and again, instead of typing in the entire path of the sub-package, I would just want to use it as PLT. Okay, giving it a name, PLT, so I will be referring it as only PLT. Now the next thing I want to do is this ocean temperature file. Let me put it on a side. Is it not coming up here? Okay, this is the file that I want to read. So we can follow the same approach with open, and I can type in the file name, ocean_temp.csv. I do not need to specify the mode because I'm reading the file. If I can optionally specify R, or I can leave it blank because it will by default read it in the read mode. So as I can give it a name, temp_file. Okay, so this is the object that I will be reading it. What I want to do is to read all these values and append it into a list. Let's say temperatures list. I'm creating an empty list. I will be appending all these values into a list so that I can use that list to serve as a y-axis data on my plot. So I need to loop over for t in temp_file. During every iteration, it will pick up the file. Sorry, it will pick up the value. And what I want to do is temps.append. I want to append value t here. So there is a mistake I'm making here. What is it? I'm missing something here. I'm importing all the values t one by one and appending it into a list. So I mentioned that whenever we read the data from a file, it is always in the form of a string. Okay, we need to convert that into a numerical type in order to plot it on the graph. We can plot the numerical data on the graph. Okay, so what type should I be using it here? Would that work? Why not? So it can convert it into an integer. So what will happen if it converts into an integer? It will drop all, it will trunk it to 0. So all the values, all the decimal values will be dropped, and every value will become 0. So it has to be float. Okay. So after appending all the values in this temp dictionary, in temp list, I am now ready to plot it on the graph. But whenever we need to plot it on the graph, we need two different data. The data along x-axis and data along y-axis. This data, we will be plotting it on the y-axis, but we need to have something on the x-axis. So let's say we are creating a sequence for years, range, starting from 1850 and 2012. Okay? So this is the range. It will serve as an x-axis data, horizontal data. Now I can use PLT plot method. In the plot method, I need to specify the x-axis data and the y-axis data. X-axis comes first, so years will come first, and then next is temps. So this will plot the data, but it will still not show it on the screen. So I will just write PLT and show and save it. Okay. So when I run this code, you will see a screen pop up on your screen with the data graph, all the data values being plotted. So this is all the y value, x values, years, and this is all the y values that is being read from this file. So there are a couple of things missing in this data. If you are displaying or graphical graphical representation of your data like this, where user cannot see what is plotted on the x-axis, what is plotted on the y-axis, so it might be a problem for them, of course. So you can actually improve its aesthetics by including the label on the x-axis so that they know what is plotted on the x-axis. Similarly, on the y-axis, include the title and so on and so forth. So let me turn off this program. So this program will keep on running as long as this file is open. I can turn it off and you will see the prompt will change into this. Okay, so let's see how it works. So I have included the code snippet in the slides, and we have already seen this being plotted. So first of all, we can also include multiple plots in the same window, and that is a very common thing to do. So the first part is exactly same as we have just completed. So we are plotting the temperature years and temps values, and here we are generating another set of data. Let's say pirate years. Its range is creating range of years starting from 1850 until 2025, and each value has an offset of 25 in between. And then there is another list, random data, and let's see how it works. So we need to plot them before we display them on the screen. So this first call plots ocean temperature per year. The second call plots number of pirates, and when we display it, it appears something like this. Okay, so this is the previous plot. It scales automatically depending on your data values. So we can plot multiple data on the same screen, on the same window. And as I mentioned that we can also, we need to actually include the title, include X label, Y label to make it more user-friendly for your users. You may also consider incorporating this in your project. You have until tonight. So I may consider giving you an additional 1% bonus for this feature, but you need to use MATPLOTLIB. I know you might be using tkinter app for plotting, but if you demonstrate that you have used MATPLOTLIB, you may be qualified for that additional bonus. Okay. Those two folks are smiling. It looks like they have already incorporated it. Okay. Good. So let's see how it will update your graphical plot. So you can use the plt.x label, specify the x label. Similarly, specify the y label, and then plt.title, and it will make your graph more readable. So user can see that the x data belongs to years and y data corresponds to temperature values, and what this data is depicting, ocean temperature over the years. Okay? Any question?